the developed world, information technology, the internet, mobile phones are indispensable. But if you think that half of the world's internet users are drawn from the wealthiest 15% of the world's population, then it's no wonder that the potential for development that often accompanies ICTs is not evenly spread. It's why delegates from across the globe descended on Geneva, Switzerland, for the World Summit for the Information Society Forum, with the aim of bridging the gap between the information haves and have-nots. One initiative launched at the forum was the Broadband Commission for Digital Development, which aims to accelerate the rollout of high-speed internet across the developing world.
Let us make no mistake. Broadband is going to shape and define the 21st century. Indeed, the transformational power of broadband on people's lives and global economies is now a given. The challenge remaining is to extend these benefits to the majority of the world's citizens in order to enable them to unleash their creative potential to fully integrate in the information-driven global economy.
But this is about much more than the technical challenges of getting communications to remote parts of the world. Technical issues are vital, yes, but it's people who use the technology that the delegates are talking about. We've already seen a broad commitment to the large-scale rollout of high-speed internet. This, for example, will allow scientists across the world to share and collaborate in important, groundbreaking research into the origins of the universe that's taking place just down the road from here at CERN's Large Hadron Collider.
In the beginning of the 90s, my friend Tim Berners-Lee invented the web. What for? For having physicists all over the world to be able to communicate better. CERN is a place where thousands and thousands of physicists, of researchers are working together. But of course they are not working at CERN itself, they are working from all over the world. And this includes not only highly developed countries, but also developing countries.
Essentially, development is empowerment. Empowerment of people through information and knowledge. Nothing is more long-lasting as a development issue than empowering people with access to information and knowledge.
A blind faith in the merits of technology can be misplaced. As important as the rollout of ICTs can be the dissemination of the knowledge of how best to use them.
We have to keep a certain humanism in all these aspects, and sometimes we have the impression from the side of the civil society that we are replacing human possibilities by machines. And I'm not a trade unionist, but I'm sure trade unionists could say that. And we absolutely need to be sure that the human being is at the center of the discussion.
Technology then should really serve the needs of the people who use it. Already the international community is committed by 2015 to meeting a whole swathe of development targets, the famous Millennium Development Goals, or MDGs, geared towards eliminating poverty and improving education and health. A guiding belief is that ICTs put the people in charge, allowing them to access government services and to scrutinise their government's performance.
ICT are the most effective way for citizens to monitor what their governments are doing. So what UNDP, the reason why UNDP is very much interested in what we call e-governance is that we see a direct link between the use of ICT, the access of citizens to information and their ability to monitor what governments are doing. That is directly correlated with the quality of the services that are provided.
We have had the experience that by using ICT in university admissions, in public procurement, in business registration, in business licensing, there is huge benefit. The government becomes more effective, government becomes more transparent, there is little or zero room for corruption or abuse of office. The public tends to trust more in the state institutions, and the government saves a lot of tax money.
And the opening of government decision and policy-making processes to external scrutiny certainly meets a lot of resistance. There are various experiences and strategies that try to address and ensure that the resistance is overcome. Leadership is certainly a key aspect here to ensure that ICT is playing a positive role.
As well as peering into the web's dark side with sessions on cybersecurity and cyber warfare, the WSIS Forum is also looking at the issue of communications as an essential emergency service, especially in those hectic, vital hours and days just after a natural disaster, such as an earthquake. There have also been seismic shifts in how people organise themselves, socially, politically and for business. Blogs, wikis, social networking give a voice to those previously the passive recipients of other people's opinions and ideas.
Social networks have also started to spread in the developing world, and they are used for people to communicate, to exchange their views, to gather those who share some same ideas together and to organize themselves, which is of course can have an enormous potential for political progress, but also for economical progress in terms of sharing information, sharing knowledge about how to better produce or work more efficiently.
The internet is also being prized open to language content previously marginalised by an online address system that could only be written in Latin script. But this is changing, and it's now possible, for example, for domain names to be written in Arabic.
Egypt was one of the first countries that have launched this domain names. It is true. I mean, it's a historical moment, actually. We've been working so hard for the last 10 years in order to have this happens. And we have seen it happening. So we're very happy, we're very excited. And it's really very important for our citizens, not only in Egypt, but in the Arab world.
The WSIS Forum has really tried to be as inclusive and diverse as possible. NGOs, civil society do incredible work on the ground using ICTs as tools for development. Their presence here is evidence that what has started as a process between national governments and international organisations has really gained traction on the ground.